Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom08, and this is episode 29 of my series in which I will try to collect a billion iron ingots. In today's episode, I will be doing a few different things, and the first thing I am going to be doing is providing a power system solely for my Applied Energistics system. Now, earlier I was getting stuff set up for this episode, and I actually had my Applied Energistics system go down because it didn't have enough power. Right now, my complete power system is completely shared. I have these two turbines, and they make all the power for my entire system. I have a witch coming after me. But it's not the best setup because the problem that I had is too much energy is going to my ore generation and not enough to my Applied Energistics system. Now that becomes a problem because my system will at some point not be able to process things, and my ore generation will run out of room to generate ores, as in rather than generating ores and stuff like it should, it will not be able to because the inventories will be full because the system will not be pulling items into it and out of the temporary inventories. Now what I am going to set up is similar to what I set up at my old system, which is a system to create refined fuel, and I'm going to pump that into compression dynamos and make power that way. This system will be a little bit different because instead of using coal, we will be using some oil sand and oil shale. It's a little bit more efficient in terms of being able to make power or make a refined fuel. So let's get started on the setup. The first thing I'm going to do is set up a battery, and this battery will be input from all sides except it will output to the top, which will be directly into the system here. And we are going to upgrade that with a conversion kit here. I think I'm going to go down one more. Let's see. Because I think my dynamos are all going to go right here. We're kind of setting this up in reverse. And we are going to rotate these guys to be in there. And we can go ahead and apply some conversion kits. And then we have ignition coil upgrades, which just make them a whole lot more efficient, and they produce more power. But they can only use refined fuel, which that's what we're going to be using. So that's cool. And then fuel catalyzers, which just increase efficiency. At some point, I might have to swap out the fuel catalyzers for not efficiency upgrades, but for power generation upgrades. Those lower efficiency, but they allow the dynamos to produce more power. Now I actually need water, so let's get an aqueous accumulator and another bucket of water. And we are going to need some fluid ducts as well. So let's grab those guys. And let's do that on the other side of this. So just right over here. And we can put, let's see here. Let's put it somewhere like down here. Okay, this will be where we get some water. It can be output on the top. And we should be able to run it something like this. And that should work once we get water down here. Whoops. So water there. Water there, and then we should have an infinite water source right there. Okay, let's get rid of our additional bucket of water and some crap out of our inventory real quick. So now these guys should have water, which is good. They do. Now let's... Actually, I kind of fumbled this setup a little bit because I need to move this stuff. Because I need to have an additional out. So what we can do is we can just move everything down and put the dynamos here, here, and here. And I should have actually got rid of these guys first. But whatever. Okay, let's put these back where we actually need them, which would be here, here, and here. Put the battery back. Then we need a flux duct. Let's just grab one of the big boys. And then output on the top. Okay, that should be better because we need this face to be an out as well. And we need more flux duct. Let's just grab this guy. Actually, we already have this. This will work better. It's cheaper. Okay, now how we will need to set this up is we need fractioning stills. And we can run these, say, here and here. It would be input. From there, we can do secondary output to the bottom and the primary output. And I mix those two up. Primary output to the left, other output to the bottom. Yes, that should work. And beneath here, we will be putting two of these guys, and they will house, I think, tar and sulfur are byproducts of this system. And we can go ahead and upgrade these and add these augments. What this reflex column does is, hang on, I can just show you actually. Let's reflux. Normally when you convert crude oil to naphtha, you get, for every 200 millibuckets, you get 150 millibuckets of naphtha. If you have this, you get 200 for each 200. And in addition, from the naphtha, normally you get 100, from 150 millibuckets of naphtha, you get 100 millibuckets of refined fuel. If you use this upgrade, you get 1-to-1 ratio. So that essentially increases our yield, and that is exactly what we want. And then the last part of this setup is going to be the magma crucible. And it will accept out the top and output to the left. And we need one more conduit here. Good. Okay, that should all work. Now we need the export bus. And it will need to handle both of these guys. And we just need to hook that up to the system here. And that's pretty easy. Now the last thing we need over here is a tank. We just need a blank tank. And we can put it right here. And let's upgrade that to the resonant tank. And that will be able to hold a lot of stuff. Wow, that filled up quick. And this needs power. What we need to do is we need to steal some power real quick. But first let's finish this setup. I need a servo right here, and then we should be good. So let's grab a servo. We don't need it, but let's do it anyways. Hardened servo. I could definitely make do with a regular servo, but let's go big or go home. And then we need to steal some power for these two guys to get started. So let's grab some flux duct and steal some power. Actually, let's come down from right there. Come on, get going. My goodness, this thing's slow. What we can do is we can add some augments here. Some of these guys. Cool. And that should theoretically start these systems going. Okay, we got some in each of them, it looks like. And let's, now that we have that all hooked up, let's see how this is. Are we making a surplus? First of all, yes. Cool. Now, before I seal this up, what I want to do is I want to actually disconnect the regular power supply from my controller to see if I'm actually producing a surplus here. If this system works well anyways, I will have a surplus. Sweet. It doesn't seem like I have a big surplus, but it definitely seems like I do. It looks like I'm going to build up refined fuel awfully fast. Cool. Cool. Looks like we are off and running. I really hope I produce enough oil sand and oil shale for this, but I'm kind of thinking I will be, but we'll find out after a little while. I guarantee it. But for right now, we're looking good. So what I'm going to do is I am going to seal this up off camera, and then I will be back with my next project, which actually I'm going to do most of the next projects also off camera. Most of them, I say, because the next little mini project for this episode is going to be expand my energy production and upgrade some lasers, which is something I've done the last several episodes, I think. So I will be right back after I grab some stuff to upgrade my laser system, or not my laser system, my power generation system. So I will be right back. And I am back with hopefully most of the stuff I need to expand my reactor here. Actually, I know there's one thing I forgot. I forgot these guys. But I have increased the size. I have built up in this building, and I have added two new floors. I've added 2 new floors. I haven't completed this floor, obviously. But what my plan right now is to do is to build this chop off the top of the reactor and build it up until it is even with this floor up here. That way I can come up here and I can adjust the fuel rods, and I won't need a ladder to climb. And I'm going to go ahead and do this off camera because I've done this before. It's a pretty simple procedure. It's just going to take just a little bit of time, so I will be right back. And now I have the reactor done. Now the next thing I need to do is build 2 turbines right in here. They will be almost exactly the same as these 2 right here, except for the coils, which are the green blocks in this one and the bluer blocks in this one. I will be using lutecrite as the coils instead of indium or platinum. Lutecrite is a pretty expensive block, and it is made like this. You can only really make it like this, and you can use the block to make the ingots, but I'm pretty sure the ingots are pretty much useless. And so they're expensive to make, but they are the best in the game at being coils for turbines. So I'm going to go ahead and build 2 turbines right here, like I said, identical to the ones below, and I will be right back after they are done. And now I'm back. I have 2 more turbines, and let's go ahead and turn these on. I'm going to lower this down to 1500 for right now. I'm not exactly sure what it will need to be, but I'm thinking it's somewhere around the 1440 to 1450 range. But for right now, we'll just leave it at 1500. We'll see how that works out. And to get that amount of steam, we are going to have to adjust our control rods. That's just a guesstimation. Let's go down here and check out the reactor temperature and how much steam it's producing. Because we want it... I got it way too hot. I'm trying to do some math in my head, and it's not really working out how it should, because this... Okay, so these are... Yeah, that actually kind of looks right now. No, it doesn't. Something's not quite right. Oh, it's because I didn't turn this thing on. Duh. Okay, so let's check the temperature for real this time. It's falling, which is to be expected. Hopefully it's not falling too fast, because we need it to maintain this rate right here, at least for right now. While this is spinning up, I am going to go down in my basement and work on I'm going to work on my laser setup, because I have the ability to make a new laser. Currently, I have 2 tier 3 lasers and I keep saying laser. I should be saying I have 2 tier 3 void ore miners and a tier 2 void resource miner. But what I can build now is a tier 4 ore miner. So let's go grab the resources for that. Okay, so I need tier 4, and I believe I have them made up. Let's get the assembler, some structural blocks, lenses, and laser core. And finally, I think, are the modifiers. Good. Now, I didn't realize this, but if you just left click with the assembler, it will tell you exactly what you need to build, say, the tier 4 in this example. I think I have everything with me, but I actually have to carve out a little area in the floor, so I'm going to be back after I have that done. And I am back with my nice new hole in the ground, so let's get this started. If we can reach it. Apparently we can't. Okay, let's try this again. This thing is very large. And there are still 2 more tiers to go, which is pretty exciting because these things at this point are getting me some ore pretty quickly. But in the future it will be even more. Looks like it is built. So that's cool. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go off camera real quick. I'm going to replace my floor here, and I am going to lay some torches. That way monsters can't get down here. And I will be right back. And I'm back with my shiny new laser void ore miner. But I've discovered a little bit of a problem. It seems to be settling down a little bit, but I can't extract the items fast enough. It's actually kind of a good problem to have, but I will need this stuff to be able to get to my system quicker than it is right now. So I'm going to change the layout a little bit. Instead of having a retriever here, I am going to have servos on each inventory that needs to go to this inventory. So let's go and get those real quick. Thankfully I have these automated. In the future I'll get resonant servos, which are the highest tier, but for right now I think this will do. So let's go ahead and take this off, put it back. So where are my servos? They're just being slow. Oh my goodness. There's some. Okay, I was about to say, is something screwed up? Because normally things go a little bit faster, but looks like we're okay. Let's pop this guy on, say, and you can go. Yeah, I don't think that matters because there's only one inventory to go to. That's not true, not right now, but it will be. Then we can pop this guy on and say, okay, it looks like things are winding down, so it looks like it's able to keep up. Cool. And I should have one more. And everything's probably going in here. That's okay. Cool. Hopefully this all sorts itself out like it should, and it theoretically everything will end up in here. Theoretically. I will come back and check this setup at the end of the episode to make sure everything is going like it should, but I don't anticipate having any problems with it. Now for my last part of the episode, I'm going to try to tinker with something that I haven't done yet, and that is advanced generators. Because in the upcoming episodes, I'm going to start diving into industrial craft. Normally, while starting industrial craft, you would have to start out with the generators, and I can't find. They're somewhere around here. But anyways, the generator right here can only produce 10 RF per tick, which is kind of lousy, and I want more. So we are going to use advanced generators to generate our EU, which is the electrical unit for industrial craft. And we can do this because this mod allows you to create energy that is output in RF or EU or I think even Tesla. I'm not sure what all it can do, but we are going to be using it to, and I can't even do that, to output EU because I think I can use 6. And I haven't tinkered with this mod in quite a while, so maybe you'll learn something along with me here. So let's see. I need for right now, we'll just use this. And I'm going to make 6 of those, I think. Yeah. I don't know why. Okay, here we go. Let's make 6 of these guys. I think I will need a steam turbine controller. So let's find that wherever that guy is. Steam turbine controller. Pretty sure I haven't made this yet. And I've done some of this stuff off camera just to quicken things up a little bit. And I don't have redstone is what I don't have. Okay. I have a bunch of redstone blocks, but I don't have any in the dust form apparently. Okay, steam turbine controller. Cool. I probably shouldn't have done that. Oh well. And let's just start out with 10 of these guys. I'm not sure how many I will actually need. And I can't even spell advanced right. That's cool. Okay, what else do we need? We don't need the redstone control module. We don't need the data port. We have power emitter modules. What's a sensor module? I might want one of those. So let's see if we can't grab one of those. Okay, the turbines are done. Cool. And then what else might we need? We have turbines. We need power capacitors, I think. And we need fluid intake valves. Okay, fluid intake valves. Where are the fluid intake valves? There we go. Pretty simple. I'm not sure how many of these I'm going to want. Let's just start out by grabbing... How many can I have? Just grab 5. It says I can have 5. Let's have 5. And then there was one more thing, and I can't remember what it is. A power capacitor. I would definitely like a power capacitor. I don't know if it's required, to be honest, but I would definitely like one. Interesting. I think I can make batteries. I don't have bronze plates, but I can make some. They are made. This is one of the oh shoot, I don't have a regular. I need this hammer. Let's go ahead and code that because we might need a few more of those. Okay, bronze plating. Item casing, my bad. So we have that. Now let's get those batteries. We need 3. Basic capacitor. And I don't know why it's not working like it should. Because normally if you shift click like that and you have it in your inventory, it will allow you to make it. So let's go ahead and make 1. I definitely could use more, but that's okay. Now I need, I'm going to try using a steam dynamo. And I'm not sure if this is going to work, but I'm going to try it. And I don't even need that to test. Okay, let's whip up a quick test here. We need the controller. And then we need fluid intake valve, capacitor. And let's throw on, let's make it look like so. Oh, and I don't have, I know what I forgot. The power emitters. Let's throw these down here. Okay, and I assume this side is the output. Let's see if we can't make a bat box or something. Bat box, where are you? I don't think, do I have these batteries? I'm gonna try, actually I might be able to make just enough of these. Bat box. And come on. Oh, 10. Oh, that's really easy. If I could spell it, it would be really easy anyways. And I don't know if you guys remember, but a long time ago, I set up a rubber tree farm, and it's actually still going at my other base, but I do have a bunch of rubber over here. It's just not connected to the system yet. So let's make ourselves that bat box. Let's grab ourselves some. I actually have a bunch of the highest tier cable because it's pretty easy to make. If you have, if you're as advanced in some other mods as I am. So let's go ahead and hook this up. So those should all be hooked up. Now we need some steam, and that's where this little buddy comes in. Oh, cool! It even has the, I didn't even know, but it has the right upgrade in it. So let's give it some water, and let's give it some fuel, which we can use just some coal. Start burning, buddy. That is sweet. I'm excited. That works. This was literally just kind of a playtest to make sure the concept worked, and she looks good. And it looks like it's, let's see if we can upgrades. Add some upgrades here. Because I want to see how much steam this thing might be able to handle. It looks like our bat box is already full. That's cool. Oh shoot, is it not? It's not spinning, is it? Oh, it's out of water. Well, shoot. Oh well. Let's upgrade this bad boy. And we need some auxiliary transmission coils, of which we have 2. Perfect. Now let's, is there any like infinite water source block? Because that would be useful. Nah, you know what? We can make an aqueous accumulator real quick and have that work out. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you will be output to the back. Like I said, this is all just kind of playtesting right now, so this by no means is a final setup. This is just me screwing around, making sure all this works. And then right there. Okay, theoretically, you should be giving my boy some water. No, you shouldn't, because I screwed up. Okay, after I lay this one down, theoretically, it should be giving me water. Okay, cool. Can we use that much? It looks like we can. I really wonder how much. Okay, let's try to make something a little bit more. We can't make these yet. Darn. How about, there's one more thing. There's one more tier battery. Let's see if we can't make that. And I don't think we can because I don't think we have enough. Good, 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 good. And let's make a wrench, which we have. Cool. So let's wrench this guy up. Okay, that's cool. We're actually making power quicker than we can discharge it, which is perfect. I think I'm going to wrap up this episode. I'm going to obviously get rid of this structure, but it kind of confirms proof of concept here. I can use these guys to create enough electrical energy for my upcoming industrial craft setup, so I'm pretty happy about that. Actually, there's one more thing I guess I forgot to do that I said I was going to do at the end of the episode. I guess I didn't forget because I just remembered, but let's see here. How are we doing? Good. As I was leaving, I noticed that the energy buffers were down, which meant I was using more power than I was producing. However, those turbines have probably spun up by now and probably given me a good amount of energy. So let's run over and check. I'm guessing they're spinning a little faster than I want them to, but that's okay. Yeah, and it's hot. I can adjust that after the episode though. It's no big deal. Actually, that's real close to where I want it. Cool. And as you can see, these things are producing a lot of power. The ones downstairs can produce, I think, 10,000 and about 15,000 each. So that's pretty good. Okay. In today's episode, I managed to upgrade my reactor and add 2 turbines. I also created a new laser, a new void ore miner in the basement, and that will be faster than the ones that I already had. And I also proved that this little concept will work, and I can make electrical energy from industrial craft using advanced generators and thermal expansion. So that's pretty cool. As of right now, I have about 78,000 iron ingots, which is a vast increase over last episode. So that makes me pretty happy. We're ramping up, finally. This is Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.